Hi everyone, I'm Adema and welcome to my London apartment tour. I moved to London 5 months ago for a job as a software engineer, and this is the very first apartment that I'm renting here. I want to show you around to give you an idea of what kind of place you can get in London. I'll also share details about why I chose this place to live and how much I'm paying for it. I'll put the timelines below so you can skip ahead to whatever part you need. I hope you'll find it useful, so without further ado, let's get started. Enjoy! So here we are in my entrance area. This is the very first place you see when you enter from the door. My apartment has 3 floors, but only the 3rd floor is livable, so this space is on the ground floor. And it is a very nice separation from my living room to my shoes. And here, of course, I keep my outdoor clothes, my shopping bags, and my sports equipment. I also keep my sunglasses and umbrella here because it's London and you never know. I also keep my stock of drinks here, as with my suitcase that I don't want to drag up. So yeah, that's all about my entrance area. Let's explore further. While we're going up the stairs, let me tell you a bit more about my apartment. I live in Zone 2 of London, and it's a place I've really grown to love. It might not be huge, but it feels like home, and that's what truly matters. When you enjoy the space you live in, it starts to shape your days in quiet, powerful ways. It inspires you in small incremental moments, helping you feel more grounded, more creative, and more like yourself. I really hope you like the space you live in too, because it makes such a difference. So, this is my living room. I find it quite tight, but at the same time, I feel like I have made space to do everything around here. Starting from yoga, actually. In the morning, I do yoga in this space, and it is more than enough to do stretching here. Over here, my couch area, I usually just lie down and watch TikTok. Over there, we have my dining areas that you cannot see right now, but I usually eat breakfast over there. Here we have my standing desk area where I try to learn new skills in the evenings. And over there we have my makeup area where I get ready in the morning. And over here we have my beautiful mirror. I'm actually quite proud of how I decorated this space, starting from my painting here actually, which I painted, but we will get back to it in a minute because I want to show you before pictures of my apartment so you can compare. And I'll also move the camera a little bit closer to talk about my painting. Here we are with my painting. When I moved to London, a friend of mine invited me to wine and paint classes here, and we were supposed to paint Starry Night by Van Gogh, but I want to commemorate the moment that I moved to London, and I wanted my painting to include bits of the city. So I guess I decided to paint Starry London. I love 2 things about this painting. First is how I actually included all these cute little houses here to represent Londoners and how they are sleepless and restless. Plus, the transition from yellow to blue didn't seem right to me, so I decided to include the houses to make it more natural. But I didn't get what this yellow thing was in the original Van Gogh painting, so in my mind it's just Thames, but at night, you know, when it reflects all the London lights. The second thing I love about it is actually how it looks at night in my apartment. So I'm a huge fan of dim lights, and I don't like when my apartment is too bright at night. So I have candles, string lights, projector lights, lamps all over the place. And I have this projector light here, which has 6 colors. So for each color, my painting reflects the light differently, so it gets a whole new vibe in the evening. It looks super cool and I love it. Next, let's talk about this mirror. This mirror came as an apartment, but it was hidden somewhere in the kitchen because I guess the previous tenants didn't like it. But I decided to take it out and make it a star of my apartment by decorating it with string lights and fake leaves. In the night you can turn it on and it also looks so beautiful. Plus I added some personal touches by putting up my medal here from my half marathon in Milan and my Eras Tour bracelet. Plus all those cute little Harry Potter characters we have over there. Here we have my electric guitar because I'm learning to play. Next, let's talk about my TV stand area. TV stand came as an apartment, but it wasn't here when I moved in. My landlord gave it to me 1 month in when I moved in. In the first shelf, I have all my books. I ordered most of them from eBay. I haven't read all of them yet, but I'm getting there. Plus, I have these cute little candles from Rituals. I find that little candles actually have more scent to them than the regular ones. They're perfect for baths. And they have this chic design that looks super cool here. In the bottom shelf, we have all my artsy things. I really like painting when I'm stressed, so I have my painting collection over there and my calligraphy here, and some candles, of course. I also have these cute little wine glasses with Ferrero Rochers in them. When I first moved into the apartment, I bought champagne and wine glasses and Ferrero Rocher to celebrate, but I didn't have anything to put my Ferrero Rochers in, so I just decided to put them in the wine glass, and I think it's a practical solution, and it looks super nice here. I also have my thermometer here to see the temperature and the humidity of the apartment. And of course my projector light. And I have this big window in my living room which brings on a lot of natural light. And I have this cute plant here which is unfortunately dying, even though I thought I took good care of it. I also have this string light here which gives an apartment a really nice vibe in the evening. Next, the favorite part of the apartment is the couch. I bought everything you see here except for the couch and the coffee tables that came as an apartment. When I came to viewing, I think I didn't realize how old the couch was until I moved in and sat on it, and I was so depressed to see how old it was, and I felt so depressed just sitting on it. So I decided to order covers to cover it up. Plus all those pillows that you see here because they are the building blocks of the comfort. I also bought this table runner because the coffee table is quite metallic, so the sound it makes every time you put stuff on it makes me just irritated, so I decided to cover it up as well. So I got this cute flowery table runner. Plus I got this arts and culture magazine from an art exhibition. And of course I have my candle here. And I also have this carpet because I like sitting on the floor and painting. I think carpets also make the homes homelier. Next, my standing desk area. As someone who grew up in a big household, I always wanted a desk to myself. So the very first things that I bought when I moved in was actually this standing desk. And this standing desk actually has a memory to remember what's your standing length and the sitting length. So it can be it can just lift itself up to 100, for example, because that's my standing length. But let's keep it this way for now. I also have this cubicle because when I'm sitting, I want to lift my legs up like this, and I want something to support my legs. So I just bought this, which is also practical because it is a storage. It stores all my snacks here and some blankets. And over there we have my heating because my fingers get cold sometimes in the evening. Plus I have these things under my desk to keep my cables in place. Next, we have my makeup area here where I get ready in the morning. I really like it because it has this glass top, which I'm also afraid to break, by the way, because I like to throw things. I also have this candle here, which also gets reflected by the glass here, so it looks like I have more than one candle. Then we have my drawers here for more clothes storage. For here I have my yoga things, like my yoga mat here and my roller. Plus I added this rose here because I desperately wanted some kind of hanging plant in my apartment, but I'm afraid to get mold, so I settled for fake plants. But it's cool because it lights up in the night and looks super nice as well. This is my tech stuff. Here I have my camera, here I have my test devices from work, here I have my personal notebooks and some accessories. Yeah, basically, since all of it is for display, I like to keep it tidy. Next is my bedroom, where the magic happens, by which I of course mean sleeping, because magic does happen when you sleep. My bedroom is quite small, so you can come here only to sleep or change your clothes. I have my bedside table here where I keep my books and my sleep mask. Honestly, reading before bed is the only way I could stay consistent with reading, so I bought this table lamp to read more at night. I also have this cute little notebook to keep notes here. I also have this cute little digital clock here because I have a no cell phone rule in my bedroom, and when I wake up, it's better to check the time from this clock rather than from your phone. Plus, I have this cute flower branch to give my bedroom a more natural vibe. I wanted to be at the top of my bed, but it kept falling down even though it looked more beautiful there. In my window stand in my bedroom, I have my rose plant, my lotion, my hand lotion, my sleep tape, and my lip balm. I have these cute little things that I bought in Bremen, Germany, which spins. So when you spin it, it looks like the ball is falling down or like the snake is eating it. My favorite thing about my bedroom is actually the view, because when I wake up in the morning and I look out the window, I instantly feel so inspired and so grateful. And I think it's one of the reasons why I chose this apartment. Here is my dining area. It is very close to my kitchen, so it's very easy to grab food from there and sit over here to enjoy it. I usually only eat breakfast here because I mostly eat my dinners at my desk, and we have these beautiful flowers here and with my supplements. What I love about my dining area is actually this table. I waited for this table for 2 months. My landlord ordered it and he has a good taste, to be honest. Plus, another interesting thing that we have here is the cushions that I ordered from IKEA. I originally ordered these for my couch, but they were not fluffy enough, so I decided to keep them here. That's about it about my dining area. Here is my kitchen. It is super small, but I don't really cook much, so it's alright. Here we have my microwave, oven, washing machine / dryer. Only thing I don't like about this kitchen is actually the fridge. I wish to have the bigger fridge because I'm a huge fan of having multiple flavors of ice cream. And since I have small fridge, it means I have even smaller freezer. So now I only keep one flavor of ice cream. Yeah. Plus, my kitchen has these weird spots because I guess it gets messy when you cook here. So to cover it up, hang these fake plants, which gives the kitchen a good decoration as well. And here I keep my laundry detergents. Over here we have my toaster, my electric kettle, the blender. The interesting thing about here is the IKEA tray that I bought to keep my spices, my medical things, my snacks. Plus I have these bins here for the general trash and the recyclable trash. Interesting thing about this kitchen is these open shelves where I keep my everyday essentials like my protein shakes, my glasses, and my tea station, and my salad bowl. Overall, this space reminds me of my childhood because my grandma also used to store all the glasses in the open shelves like this. So here we are. There is a door for my bathroom. There is a storage area for my boiler and my cleaning stuff. And this lamp which came with an apartment. I also keep here my smart scales. So now we are in my bathroom. It is quite small, but it is more than enough for one person. Actually, having a nice bathroom was one of the must-have things for me in my apartment, especially the nice sink. I feel like a lot of apartments in London come with a small sink, and I don't understand how people wash their faces without it getting messy. So I wanted to have a normal size or even better large size sink. So in my bathroom we have this normal size sink, which I'm really happy about. Over here under my sink we have my laundry basket. What I also like about my bathroom is the tub. I don't know if it's made of marble or not, but it kind of feels so it gives it a very nice aesthetic look. Then here we have my mirror, which has a little bit of storage behind it. And of course the toilet, and I also bought this rug to make it cozier. And here we have my towels. And here behind this door we have my bath/shower area. I haven't taken a bath here yet, but I feel like after all the pressures I've been at work recently, I might need one very soon. Now let's talk details and numbers. When I was searching for an apartment, I had three main criteria, which were first the commute time, second was the safety, and third the charming neighborhood. For the commute time, I really don't like using underground here, so I want to be closer to either National Rail or the Overground. And technically, I'm closer to Overground now, but I don't really use it because I cycle in London, which is much faster way to get around. And my commute takes in total like 15 minutes. If I cycle, I can technically walk, which will take around 40 minutes, and I can take the Overground, which is about 30 minutes. So I think overall, commute-wise, I'm golden. Second was the safety. Since I knew that I want to live alone, I wanted a safe neighborhood. Now I can say that my apartment is in a very safe neighborhood. It is actually very quiet, very family-oriented, and just so peaceful. Actually, one time before going to bed, I forgot to lock the door and went to sleep, and nothing happened. So I would say it's a very safe neighborhood. Plus, I think if I scream, my neighbors would hear me. Third was the charming neighborhood. It is so important for me to live in a neighborhood where I can run and walk. And living here in my apartment now, I can definitely say that I love running around here. And even the walks that I take to come to my apartment is so beautiful. I feel so grateful every day, to be honest. Plus, having a nice view from the window was such a game changer for me in day-to-day life, because when I look out, I just instantly feel grateful and inspired. So yeah, that's why I chose this apartment. It just ticks all these boxes that I had in mind. But is this apartment perfect? No. But am I happy to live here? Yes. Of course, it has some disadvantages, like it's not a new build, it doesn't have a balcony, and the kitchen is super small, but I can live without those things in this period. Plus, it feels like teenager space. I guess I have some unfinished business from those years. Now, let's talk about how much do I pay for this apartment. I pay 1,700 per month for rent only, excluding the utilities, of course. But if we include the utilities, I pay council tax, I pay electricity and water. We don't have gas here since everything is electric. For electricity, my electric bill has been high because I moved in November and now it's March, so I've only lived here in cold periods. And I've been paying 140 on average, but summer is coming, so my electric bill is about to go down, which should be around 60 to 80 according to my landlord. So if we average it out throughout the year, it will be 120 per month. For water, I pay £30. And for council tax, I have single person discounts since I live here alone, and I pay around £100 per month. So if we sum it all up, it comes to 1,950, which is okay because my budget was 2,000. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you found it useful, and this is my first YouTube video, which I'm so excited about. And this video was brought to you by Architectural Digest inspiration of mine, because I love watching people's houses and how they put it together. And hopefully one day I will also be an Architectural Digest with my own place, but all in good times. Subscribe to my channel if you want to hear more about my life in London, and give me thumbs up if you like this video. Until then, stay safe and see you soon!